Hello, good sir. It's going all right. How about your day? Good. What's the playmat art there? Ooh, a heart. That's pretty sweet.
They ran Voice of Duality for me. Should probably put that in.
That's the instant sorcery one, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I had the deck for a little while and I found it boring because it just does the same thing all the time.
I just have her as my commander.
Which Nicobolas? Okay. I am playing Tishana, Voice of Thunder. It's not Merfolk.
Mm.
It's not. I'll let you figure out what it is as I
Is it-
play.
Draw a bunch of cards.
I mean, Green
It's
Blue just
Mimic.
does that normally. That's not the main theme, though, of it, no. It also costs 7 mana, so no.
That could be
It's land destruction. Haha, no. I bounce all your lands. I'm playing Sunder.
I'd rather have them bounced than just fly out destroyed.
Well, actually, having them bounced is kind of worse in a way because then you have to discard your hand or discard a bunch of your hand. And if you have like 6 lands in play, that's basically you discard a bunch of your lands.
Better have a cheap deck.
Yeah.
Or
Or no, that's not what this deck is doing. No.
ain't
The
gonna be
deck-
mana burn, is it?
No. I do have that deck though.
Oh lord. More than anything, I just added a couple of things to this deck, and I'm seeing if they combo the way I need in the way I hope they do, but I'm not sure because of some of the phrasing on them. So we'll see.
This is not a very good hand, but it's playable, so I will use it.
I will.
It has lands in it.
I'll take this, I guess.
That's all it has in it, but it does have that in it.
At least you won't be discarding.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Good. You don't ever want to hit yourself unless you're playing stacks.
Groovy.
Oh, that means I have to go last.
Better be you and me.
All right, we ready?
I'm ready.
I'm ready.
All right. Draw a card for turn. The multiplayer format's fun. Play Path of Ancestry tapped and pass the turn.
All right. Draw for turn. I will play an island and pass.
Oh, it's my turn now? Okay. I'm going to play Rhinewood Falls and pass.
I'm gonna play a swamp. Tap the swamp for a Stoneforge Masterwork and pass.
I just realized that you're playing Lathril. That's scary.
I am playing Lathril, yes.
I bought a whole bunch of elves to build Lathril, and then after I bought like 20, I was just like, wait, I don't want to play elves.
I will play a Radiant Fountain and gain 2 life. I'll pass.
Cool. I will play a Botanical Sanctum. And I will pass.
Oh boy. I knew this hand wasn't good, but to keep drawing lands makes this hand a lot worse.
I like
what
to
is
ramp.
that artifact, by the way? It won't let me click on it. No, Rack Offense.
Stoneforge Masterwork.
All right,
yeah.
thank you.
It gives the equipped creature +1/+1 for each other creature that it shares a creature type with that he controls.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, for some reason it
So
wouldn't let me.
It's
like
an
glitched out, so-
individual coat of arms.
Yeah. Sorry, it's not my shit's glitching out, so I can't even click on it.
It's a lot
All right.
cheaper coat of arms is what it is.
I mean, in some ways it's better because it can't help your opponents.
I will play
Because
an
coat of arms does help your opponents if they're playing tribal,
island for turn.
or they just happen to have a creature on the battlefield that is of your tribe.
Yeah. Pass turn. Joiner, would you set your commander? It's all right.
Oh.
What? I'll tap 1 in response to annul that.
Because Because
because I need to start putting some instances in my graveyard.
all right, end of your turn. I'm going to cast Whispers of the Muse and draw a card. Oh, fun. Then I'll untap, draw. I will play a Reliquary Tower. And I will pass.
All right. Come on.
Nothing in my hand does anything until turn 5.
Still a land, so you're doing better than me. I've only drawn land so far. Play Swamp. Tap 4. I'll scry as well as I cast Lathril. I don't think that card that's on top is very good, but I like the card, so I'm keeping it there and I pass.
All right, I will untap and draw. Play a mountain. No, I'll pass turn.
Gunner has so much mana.
Yes.
Hey, excuse me.
Okay. Oh boy. I'm going to play a Hinterland Harbor. It will enter untapped because of my Ramwood Falls. Then I'm going to pay 4, and I'm going to cast a Morrow. Morrow is a nature spirit. Power and toughness equal to the number of cards in my hand. I have 6 cards in my hand.
Nice little 6/6 right there.
6/6 for 4. Seems good. I'll pass.
At your end step, I'm actually going to tap 3 and return that to your hand.
Okay.
And then I'm going to learn. So I'll draw a card and discard a card. I will discard Ignatius Inspiration. And that's it.
Untap. Draw. Play a Forest. God, my hand is god awful. All right, I'm gonna swing Lathril at Jonar. Yes, sir. I'll do this. 2 elf warriors, and then I'm gonna tap 4 for Crown of Skemfar. Which, as I said, I don't think it's particularly good in this deck, but I like it, so it's going in there.
I don't know what it does. What does it do?
That's yeah. It's enchanted creature gets +1/+1 for each elf you control and has reach. And then I can pay.
I mean,
3 mana to
It's
return.
kind of like the Stoneforge Masterwork.
It is kind of like the Stoneforge Master.
And it does give reach, which can be relevant.
It can. It's not a horrible card, but it's just It's one of
just
those
fine.
where I should probably cut it. I'm passing after that. Probably.
It's just fine.
My spell table is so cursed on your side because I clicked on it and it gave me Nemesis of Mortals.
Yeah, it did for me too.
There it is. I was gonna say,
Untap.
quality looks decent, I think.
Oh yeah, I mean like it's scanning your cards, it's just not scanning them right.
What was the name of it?
It's the Crown of Nefari, right?
Um,
Crown of Skemfar.
Skemfar. I was gonna say Skem. I don't know why I
Skemfar,
said
okay.
Skemfar and Nefari. It's totally
I mean,
different things.
At least it's not like a normal aura where if it if the creature dies, it just goes away forever. You can get it back.
Yeah, I can't get it back.
I'm gonna tap 5 to
It's
play
still not
Wandering
great, though.
Archaic.
Oh,
Whenever you guys cast instants or sorceries, if you don't pay 2, then I get to copy them.
Okay.
Pass.
It was very good.
Wandering
Are you-
Archaic's an awesome card. Don't you draw first? You draw first.
Hmm.
So much mana. Oh my goodness.
It's a rare opportunity to see a ramp deck that isn't green.
Okay. I'm gonna play an island, a Bob Ross island.
Oh, lovely.
And instead of playing Morrow, I'm gonna play Alrund, God of the Cosmos. He gets +1/+1 for each card in my hand and each foretold card I have, which won't, that foretold part won't matter. So he's a 7/7 right now. At my end step, which I will be moving to, I reveal the top 2 cards of my library, put all cards of a chosen type into my hand, and the rest go on the bottom. So I'm going to reveal the 2. I'm going to name land because I want lands. So top 2, I get a land. Awesome. Goes to my hand. The Loxodon Warhammer will go to the bottom. And I will pass.
Okay. Untap. Draw. Play a swamp. Are we worried about how much mana is going on over there?
We just have to destroy the artifacts, really.
I know, but are we worried about that? Like,
I mean, a little.
I'm a little bit, but there's nothing I can do about it now, so
mana-
I have to let it pass.
Well, he did miss his last land drop.
I might be able to do something about it soon, just not right now.
I mean, yeah. The only one I'm really worried about is the Thran Dynamo because he can turn the Mirage Mirror into a Thran Dynamo. Yeah, that's still 1 extra mana.
Yeah, I think I would sooner pay a true polymorph for that rather than pay for your mirror to do that.
all right. Well, Crazy G's over. If it's instant or sorceries that you get a copy, right?
Yes, if you don't pay 2, then I get to copy them.
So I
And
will
and
let
choose
you
new
copy
targets.
what I'm going to do, which will help deal with the mana problem if you don't direct any of its effects towards me.
Fair enough.
Yeah, but I keep seeing like a lot of Nico Bolas stuff come out that's just going to be bad.
I mean, like the idea is you can play Nicobolas, and then the next turn you can then flip him.
It's one of those problem cards where it's like you've now painted a target on yourself before you even started playing.
Yeah,
It's like playing a Coma deck.
it is that.
I'm over here playing 1 land a turn in the green-blue deck.
If I had my Zergo deck, I would be putting out Ghirapur Ori so everybody could play 2 lands, but I don't have that.
I think it's funny that I'm playing 1 land a turn in the green-blue deck.
Hey, I haven't had any ramp. It's just all 1 land a turn. Well, it's an instance. It works on any turn, right? The copy thing.
Yeah, it's whenever we cast an instant.
Yeah, it's whenever you
Yeah.
cast an instant or sorcery.
Oh, I
If you
can
don't
hold
pay,
off on that and see
yeah,
if-
it's just a tax really. If you don't pay it, then it's whatever. I get to copy it.
I'll put Stoneforge Masterwork on Lathril as well. And
That thing's huge.
the thing is big. I'm going to swing at. I should probably spread around some damage here. We'll go at you, the Immortal Red Shirt.
Oh, wonderful. How big is it?
So it's 2 base, gets +2, +2 from this, +2, +2 from this. So 6, 7, I think.
7. I take it because I have menace.
Okay. I will get all of the wonderful elves.
And now it's even bigger.
It is much bigger now, yes. It should be just 6 that you took, not 7.
Oh, 6? Okay.
I think so.
I don't know what that is. So I guess not.
And after that, I'm going to, in this case, pass the turn. Oh. Yeah.
I have some equivalent stuff, but I don't have it in his hand. Draw for turn. Let's see here. Play a mountain. I want to do this. Yeah. Start off, tap 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to play Jaya Ballard.
I don't remember that one. Let's see.
It is a.
You
I
can
will.
Loot's add mana and then something really ridiculous.
It's add 3 mana, but only for instants and sorceries. And then I get the other +1 is discard up to 3 cards and then drop that many cards. Which is that's the one I will be doing.
It's not bad.
So
not bad at all.
I will discard 2 cards. I will discard Fuming Effigy and Eternal Dominion. And draw 2 cards.
Eternal Dominion.
That's really it has one real purpose in here, which I'll get to later.
It's to copy it 80 times.
I definitely don't play that in online just because it's so much of a hassle to get all the cards right. Because I have to be playing from your guys' library then.
Yeah.
So I don't use it online for that. It has a separate purpose for that. All right, that's pretty good. Yeah, I will pass the turn.
Hitting that land drop.
I mean, to be fair, they're bullying you.
I didn't swing at you last turn. I didn't even
haven't
blow
done
up
it.
your
I
mana.
haven't technically done anything yet, so
I
haven't.
threatened to blow up your mana, but I left it alone.
Real discard card.
Okay.
No, I'm tapped out. I'm going to discard Morrow because I don't want to play it.
I'm going to discard. Yeah, I'll discard Biblioplex Assistant.
I'm going to discard a swamp. Because that's all I've drawn as lands.
Decisions.
Oh boy.
Is it? What is that?
That's
Snap?
sad.
Yes, it is. Interesting to discard that. What is your hand? Pure fire?
Racket fan,
Yeah.
are you gonna be attacking me next turn?
No, I will not be.
It'll probably be me next because
Okay.
I'm good.
I
You
just,
guys
I just
started
wanted
attack
to
both of
ask
you.
because I can't play another blocker to block.
No, if you're not swinging at me, I'm not.
Oh,
attacking.
I'm not attacking anytime soon.
If
I'm
you
gonna
attack
play
me, then that's just calling it upon yourself.
I'm gonna play this Lit Yard Mirror Lake, and I will be passing. End step. Alrend, I will name land again. And
I
neither of
also have
them
a
are
response on the end step.
okay. Neither of them are lands, so
Hmm.
it's a Guardian Project and a Descendant of Masumaro. They're both going to the bottom.
Your end step, I will tap 4. So I'm not paying to copy it for the fee. So you can copy this though.
Cool.
I don't think it's going to help you that much. Because I'm going to play Elven Ambush.
What does that do?
It creates a 1/1 green elf warrior creature token for each elf I control, which is currently 9.
So you could copy it, but you get 0.
Yeah, you don't have any elves.
I don't care. I'll copy it anyways, just to say that I copied something.
Okay.
To be honest, I actually built this deck to counter other storm decks.
Does this
Nope.
resolve then? There's like a lot of blue out there, so I'm waiting.
No, it resolves.
No, I'm tapped out except for 1, and I paid my 1 counter already. So
All right, so this will go up to 15 then.
oh lord.
All right, and then you were passing the turn to me, yeah? So I will untap. Draw a card for turn. Let's see here. So this is now a 1920. That's pretty big.
Yeah, if you can make 2 more elves, you can one-shot somebody.
I could do that.
Or you can one-shot me or Drummer or Drunner.
Well, I gotta be spreading around the damage.
Love.
That's kind of how this works. I don't want to just take people out of the game, even if it's the right call. So I've swung Lathril in order at Drummer and then Immortal Redshirt. So it's got to come at you, Crazy Chizo.
At me or my planeswalker?
At you, I got to hit your face.
All right.
I will throw some stuff at your
To be
Planeswalker.
fair,
What's your Planeswalker loyalty at right now?
It's a 6.
At 6, and then that.
the ultimate's at 8.
The ultimate's at 8.
Does that have?
I've never used the ultimate actually. It usually gets destroyed before.
It's a
it
really
gets
cool
used.
ultimate.
The ultimate is I get an emblem that lets me cast instants and sorceries from graveyard, though I get to exile them right afterwards.
Yeah, it's basically everything has in every instant and sorcery in your graveyard has flashback essentially.
Yeah.
Permanently.
Essentially. And then
Which is fine. I don't mind getting rid of her. I have other things that let me do that.
this isn't the most optimal but I don't want to be that. I'm just gonna swing 17 elves at that Planeswalker.
You have 17 elves, gross.
I do have 17 elf warrior creature tokens.
Does anyone have a pyroclasm?
Not right now. Well, I don't have that, but I have some other things in mind. We'll see.
So
And what's your commander at?
1920 is what it is.
I guess I'll take 19.
That gets me 19 more of these.
Gross.
And then second main. All of the elves are 1/1s, yes, except for Lathril, who is now
Humongous.
massive. But I'm gonna tap. Let's see. Keep that up. So I need tap 5. My second main for Seedborn Muse.
Hey, look, that one actually came up properly.
Oh no, that's bad. That's
Very-
real bad. I don't want to use.
I'm also waiting to see if that
I'm
one
pretty
resolves.
tapped out right now, so
Yeah, we can't let that resolve, otherwise we die. Does anyone else have anything?
I have nothing.
I wanted to cast something else. I will cast Oppressive Will. I will counter it unless you pay 6.
You pay 2.
If I don't pay 2, will you target the Seedborn Muse also?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not going to pay 2.
All right, I'll also attempt to counter it.
So I
So
need
unless you pay 12.
Unless you've got another unless you got a double counter spell in there, then it's gone. That's not happening.
No, I did not expect that one to resolve. I'll be honest.
Dude,
But I will pass my turn after that.
Cool. Look
I
at
had
my
to
one.
try.
Look
I
at
had
the
to
one
try.
thing that I have out on the board. Look at it.
I
It's
left
great.
alone your little warty boy that copies stuff.
I
It's
did not
not.
want to
Its
use my mana to
its
do that.
effectiveness has been very small so far. I'll play a
That made me
mountain for
sad.
turn. I don't really have another option right now, so I'm gonna have to tap to play Expressive Iteration.
Oh boy, actually, it was much bigger of an elf than that.
How
Of,
much?
Lathril.
How much?
Because so these weren't here, right?
Right.
But I realized this gives +1/+1 for each elf. Right there is 17. These were all here. 18, 19, and this gives +1/+1 for all these elves.
So how much was it?
It was a 19 something, and I needed to add another 17 to that.
Oh, so you're actually dead.
I didn't
Plus-
even realize that. I've never had that happen.
So I'm dead. I'm pretty sure. Let me see here. So it's,
I was trying
I
not
took
to
19.
kill it.
Wait, I took 19.
Yeah,
Or
so
I took
here,
19
let me-
plus
let me-
another 17.
Let me go through. I didn't even see this because I
No,
was so
it's,
excited.
but it's commander damage.
Oh yeah, it is.
Yeah.
I will. It doesn't
This
have trample,
gives
does it? Does it have trample?
It has
No, it
menace.
just does
You need
This
2
gives
creatures to block it.
+1/+1.
Yeah, so I'm
for each
dead. I'm
elf.
dead.
This gives +1/+1.
So
for
my
each
turn is
elf.
actually null and void. So I'm dead now. Thank you for that.
I did not mean to kill you. I feel very bad now.
Don't leave, because I feel like this game's gonna end.
I'm
very
not
quickly.
leaving yet. I still want a second chance. I haven't even played this deck. I need a
I
second
know.
chance at this. Plus, I have some questions.
Yeah, so with that in mind, with him dying, I do get 17 more elves because it technically does damage. But here's what's enchanted on there. So I got Crown of Skemfar and Stoneforge Masterwork. Both of them are giving +1/+1 for each elf you control. The Crown of Skemfar does also give Reach, and I can pay mana to get it back to my hand. This one, if you kill it, I have to have some other graveyard recursion. Yeah, I screwed up. I'm sorry, guys.
You gonna kill Lathril? I knew he was going to do it. I knew he was going to do that.
That we knew that. Do you have to reveal the artifact?
yes. Kill all those elves.
Yeah. That's gonna do. I feel bad. I'm sorry, man.
That's all right. I'm getting out some cards to ask questions about.
On whether or not they're worth it in the deck.
Well, actually, if they combo off the way that I hope they do.
Okay.
Which some of
Land
these
draw.
might actually start putting targets on my head for the next game, but I don't really care.
Yep.
And Lathril has a -1 hand counter on it.
Yeah, I'm getting there.
So it's a 1/2.
For that, I'm trying to find a better dice. We'll use this dice. It's -1, -1.
If he had played a single Lord, that wouldn't have worked, and we'd all be dead.
Well, I tried to go for the Seedborn Muse effect instead, but that didn't work either. All right, and Lathril has 0 attack to her name. All right. Oh.
Oh,
That looked like an internet just instantly died there.
it,
Well, you wait a moment, see if you can figure that out.
there
There it is.
is.
I got exiled. I don't know why.
Yeah,
I played a halfway on green. That's all that happened so far. That's not worth doing. Do I pass? This feels bad.
I got nothing going on. I got a 0 attack Lathril over here. So
Yeah. I just have to pass. So I'm gonna go to my end step and I'm gonna name land. Land.
she is a. Technically, if it could happen, she'd be a -1/2. That'll kill her.
So I get the Simic Growth Chamber into my hand. Sadly, my Planeswalker will go to the bottom. I haven't gotten to use him yet, sadly. And I pass.
All right. With an empty board. And
You have a Stoneforge Masterwork.
a lot of elves still. Yeah, I don't blame you, but I'm no longer a threat over here. I just feel bad for killing someone.
Well, now Drunner is like in the lead.
Oh, by far. Well, this is not good. Let's see what I can do here. Oh, this is so bad. What's the problem over on Drunner's board? Is it the Contagion Engine or is it the Planeswalker?
It's probably either the Planeswalker or Nicol Bolas, because
who's to say it's not both?
it's probably both. It's probably both because Nicol Bolas is definitely probably going to flip over next turn.
And Jason's already flipped over, so you can
And
either
Jason's
reset the
already
progress
flipped
of
over.
one, or
All right. Well,
and risk the other one flipping over, or just reset the progress of the other and live with the already flipped over.
I can only deal with one thing. So what's the problem over there? That
Wait, what's Jace at right now?
8.
And what's its ultimate? 9. Okay, so
That's why I was worried about it.
So you could do it next turn if you proliferated first. What's its ultimate? You get an emblem that we mill, right?
That's why I was thinking about getting rid of the contagion engine. So if we can't,
Yeah, probably the contagion engine.
all right. Well, in that case, step 2 and return to nature on the contagion engine. Nope, just destroy. I can exile a target card from the graveyard, but that's a second choice. So, and then it's getting much less good over here, but I'll do what I can. Tap Path of Ancestry for a green and pull out a Yuarga Tree Speaker because it shares a type with Commander. I get a Scry. I'll leave that on top. And then I will tap a forest and a swamp to level her up. And have to pass the turn. I'm just fixing my land over here.
Cool. For the 3 cards in my graveyard. Six of it, but 2 of it's now red and black. Oh, wonderful. It results.
Gotta see what that one does.
I'm the only one
It
playing blue.
untaps all of his. It basically all untaps everything but his his land. So
Oh,
he
yeah,
gets
I
to
got
have
untap
more
all
land.
his untaps all his non-land permanents. Torment of Hellfire? Yeah. In response. Can I do this the way? Hopefully I can do this the way I want to. Okay, I'm going to tap all my mana. I'm going to cast Inner Calm out of Strength. Giving target creature +X, where X is the number of cards in my hand. Okay, so this is going to get +6/6. It is currently so it gets +6/6 normally. So if that makes it a 7/7, then it's getting another +6/6. So that's a 13/13.
Yeah.
I did my math right. Then I'm going to cast Return of the Wild Speaker and draw 13 cards. And now I can hopefully not die because I have enough things to discard with.
This is a problem.
So I have 17 cards in my hand.
I think Torment of Hellfire goes in turn order, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. So I have to do it first.
I unfortunately do not have any responses to it.
Yeah. So it's 21. Okay, so if I do hmm, 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 hmm. I'm thinking. um, Well, I can survive it. I'm just seeing how much I can willingly keep in my hand and
We
not
can
take.
always just choose to take a lot of health.
Yeah, I know, but I have to be aware that nickel balls can also smack me in the face.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You won't need to worry about that, I think. I feel like you're gonna smack me with it.
Yeah, you're probably gonna die, Rakatan.
I go to 1, thank you.
Oh, okay.
I go to 1, I did the math. If I get rid of my entire hand, sack everything on my board except for Path of Ancestry, I go to 1. Oh,
Yeah, you can't sack. Yeah, you can't sack.
I'm
land.
dead. If it was lands, I could sack my lands, but if it's on land, I die.
Justice.
I feel bad still for killing you. Goddamn Contagion Engine.
Okay. All right.
Oh,
I'm gonna
that's
keep.
before abuse resolved. You're
I'm gonna keep 3 cards in my hand and my creature on the battlefield, and I'm gonna discard 14 cards. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Just making sure. I will take 21 and I will go to 13.
Unlucky.
I die.
That makes me really sad. That's a lot of cards. Draw.
At one point, I had like 40 elves, so it would have been easy to do that. Too.
I'm gonna cast Greater Good. And sadly not be able to do anything else. But that probably means I die. Wait, should I cast? Was there something else I should have kept in my hand? Oh, wait. All right, no, wait, that doesn't matter. I should have kept. Do you mind if I change one card I kept in my hand? I should have kept something else. Okay. I didn't realize that. We'll get rid of this thing instead. Okay. Pretend I didn't cast. Yeah, I'm still casting the Greater Good. But I will Beast Within Chase. Yeah, that was what I.
What a damn shame.
Yeah. I'll move to my end step. I'll trigger Alrund. I will choose creature. No, I didn't
No,
sacrifice.
it's a choice.
I
And
think you're doing fine.
Yeah, that's my turn. Also, Alrund has flying now because I have Wonder in my graveyard. He has a 3/3. Yeah. What's his -4 do? Boo. Boo. That's flavor fail. Well, it's not my commander. All right. Yeah, I will sack it to greater good. Draw 3, discard 3. Cool.
Didn't win instantly. Look at that.
How many cards do you have in your hand? Boo. I'm going to cast Realm Seekers. It gets a +1/+1 counter for the total number of cards in all players' hands. So I have 2, you have 1. It gets 3 +1/+1 counters. And I pass. Mm-hmm. Gross. Lame.
Well, rip.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna skip. No, nothing would help me.
So, because the other reason I'm testing this deck is my tomorrow my local magic shop's doing like an all-day commander thing. So,
Okay.
and this will probably paint somewhat of a target on my head, almost certainly, because I've got in here Swarm Intelligence and Sorcerer class, Rod of Absorption, Pyromancer Goggles, and then a bunch of stuff that would trigger off of a bunch of creatures that would trigger off of Veyron for casting instants and sorceries.
I probably should have kept like 3 more cards in my hand because I could have. And then my stuff, I would have been able to dig a little bit further with the greater good.
Oh, I knew it was that, but I looked at mine and said I could destroy all of it, or I could make like 40 elves. So.
Okay, so one of
Yeah.
my questions is if I say I tap Pyromancer goggles and want to play Teach by Example, does Pyromancer goggles benefit from Bayrain? Does it get the copy twice?
No,
Okay.
because it's not a triggered effect. It's just because it's part of a mana ability. It's weird,
Oh, okay.
and it's done
Uh,
prior to because you have to tap the mana before casting the spell.
All right.
I mean, it's still a good card.
Yeah.
It's still worth being in the deck.
All right. Then what about the third level of
Oh, all of
Sorcerer
sorcerer's class is good.
does it benefit from copying
Yes,
though?
yes, it does.
Okay.
Or let me read it.
Because I didn't say copy on it. That's why I asked.
Sorcerer class. When you no, it's only when you cast an instant or sorcery.
Yeah, so
but
it's only the original.
but that trigger will be copied by Bayran.
Yes, that first trigger will be copied. Okay.
So like it'll deal damage to each opponent equal number of instant sorcery spells you cast this turn. So say it's at level 3, you cast 1, it will deal 2 to each opponent because it's 1 twice.
Right.
Then the second one will deal 4 to each opponent because it's 2 twice, and etc. It will get real big, real fast. Because I had the deck because I ran Aria of Flame, which if you don't have it in the deck, you should. The 3-mana enchantment says when it enters the battlefield, each opponent gains 10 life. That doesn't matter. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery, put a verse counter on it, and then it deals damage to any target equal to the number of verse counters on it. So when you cast the first one, there will be 2 triggers. The first one will get 1 verse counter and deal 1 damage. The second one will get another verse counter and deal 2 damage. So for one spell, you would deal 3 damage. Then the second one will deal 3 damage plus 4 damage. Then the next one will deal 5 damage plus 6 damage. And those verse counters stay on Aria of Flame.
All right. Then I guess
It gets real gross real fast.
The Pyromancer question also answers for Rod Absorption as well. Okay, then how about this? If I cast Teach by Example with Pyromancer goggles,
You will get a Veyran trigger because you are copying Teach by Example.
I'm also playing Teach by Example, so it'll also trigger twice for Swarm Intelligence.
Yes.
Okay. So
say you cast Teach by Example and you have Swarm Intelligence Pyromancer's goggles in play. So you tap Pyromancer goggles, cast Teach by Example. It will get copied once from Teach by Example, but it'll get copied twice by Swarm Intelligence. So you'll have a total of 4 on the stack. Right. Then they all resolve. And then everything else you cast, for the next instant sorcery you cast gets copied 4 times for each Teach by Example, 2 for Swarm Intelligence. So that's 6.
All right.
Oh, I don't know what I'm definitely.
If I did something like right afterwards, cast Tasha's Hideous Laughter, how much mana would people be milling for?
Well, they would mill until they get a total number of 20.
How many times?
Or 6 times.
6 times.
So that could technically mill everybody, unless they have like a bunch of really, really high CMC stuff in their deck.
Right.
Which is possible.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I have a deck that the maximum CMC in the deck is 3. 6 Tasha's Hideous Laughters would mill that deck out.
Okay, and the other one I have, so Eternal Dominion. If I somehow have the mana to cast that right afterwards,
you would get 6 of them.
All right, so then every upkeep
you would get 6 of them.
Every upkeep afterwards.
Every upkeep afterwards, you would get 6 of them, plus the Swarm Intelligence copies. So it would go 6, then 8, then 10. If you had Swarm Intelligence in play when you cast Eternal Dominion, you copy it. You copy that, but the copy gains the Epic ability. So the next upkeep for that copy, you get to do the Epic ability again.
Oh.
Because Epic does not say when you cast the spell. It's when the spell resolves, I believe.
Copy.
Yeah,
this
it's
spell.
for it's just a static effect of for the rest of the game you can't play spells. It's not a trigger for casting it. So if you can copy Eternal Dominion every upkeep, then you get more every upkeep.
Oh, okay. Didn't realize it was that powerful.
Oh yeah, it's pretty cool. If you can get the thing going, it's pretty neat.
Really, because the only real reason I had it in there was because it was a 10 mana cost, so I could put 5 +1/+1 counters on Torrent Sculptor. Really, that was it. Well, now that target's painted there, I'm gonna switch decks.
How strong a decks are we playing now? Because I got a Brago deck, but it's not as strong as this one by far. Oh. Yeah, maybe I should. Well, I could. The Brago's fun, but it's not as tuned as this deck.
Yeah. Yeah, so if you didn't notice that Tishana deck, the entire theme of it was hand size matters.
Oh yeah.
I like to have all my decks. I like to build around a theme for all my decks because then I avoid building just good decks. I want to have the decks have a theme, and it avoids them from just becoming like way too aggressive and way too powerful.
Well, if we've got like not gonna like, well, I could try the Brago deck, see if it gets stomped. Why not? It's weaker than this, but we'll see.
I'll play this, see how much fun I can have with it.
Go get it.
Groovy. Let me get my cards out here. What do we got? Oh, this will be fun. All right, I'll keep this.
Let's see.
Let's see how quickly you can guess what this deck's all about. Some of you might know. A couple of you might know if you've played with me before what this deck is. No, but that's the first guess of everybody.
Oh, I had a friend who had Zergo Helm's Master. It was mono board wipes.
Nope, not that either.
It was not fun.
Mono
That
board.
doesn't sound great. This one is.
It was
this
just
one is
every
fun.
turn he cast a board wipe because Zergo's indestructible on your turn.
Mhm.
It was really gross. I mean, it was miserable.
There's only one combo in here that does that, and I don't play it very often for that reason. That it's not very fun to play. It's fun for like a turn.
Is it what, World Slayer?
No spoilers.
So that's a yes.
No, I don't know what that is.
A World Slayer is an equipment that says when equipped creature deals combat damage, destroy all other permanents except for World Slayer,
No, it's a similar effect, but no.
including lands. It blows up all lands everything except World Slayer, the equipment. So if it's on Zergo, Zergo's indestructible, so you just attack and it blows up everything. And then you
No,
just
it's not. It's not that.
That just
and then you
makes
can just attack
so
freely
long.
for the rest of the like. I don't mind that
It's
because
something that's equally as annoying, but I have a choice in playing it. I tend to not play it unless it's just.
I don't
just
actually
play it as a
mind
board wipe
that,
and not
that much
anything else.
because that can actually end the game. Because like if you blow up everything, then you just attack for like 6 turns.
Oh no, this
and
one
then
is just
and
like it's just every turn it's a board wipe, but it doesn't actually. It cannot really benefit from it. But I'm unlikely to get it. I've only got in the like 100,000 times that I played this deck. I've only got.
Oh, I'm going first today. Yeah.
Oh, you are. Unless you want to start with 13, that's all right too.
No, I don't.
Yeah, we'll see how this deck goes. 'Cause, yeah, it's quite a bit weaker, but maybe it'll be good.
All right. We all ready?
Yep.
Oh, I got
I will start by playing a Chrome Mox.
Oh boy, this is gonna be bad for me.
And I'm going to exile a Conflux.
No.
So it taps for any color. Then I'm going to play this Gateway Plaza and pay for it. And pass.
What is
Lead with the Mots, play a terrible tap land.
What does the conflicts do?
When it enters the battlefield, you have to remove a non-artifact, non-land card from your hand from the game. And then it adds mana of the card's colors. And I exiled a 5-color card. So
Yeah, I'm
And
playing
I
the
was
planes and
That's
pass.
lovely. Cool. I'm gonna draw for turn. Okay, cool. So I actually have a lovely gift for the first person who plays a creature. I'll play a swamp and pass.
that's just, I was suspicious. I'm going to play a World Tree and pass.
If you guys don't play it, then I'll play it and I'll do it myself.
This is not gonna go well for me. I don't think. Record. Planes, tap 2. I will play a creature, but if you kill it, then whatever. I honestly, whatever. I play a gold mirror and pass.
All right, it's gonna take a second to get this out because it's a 3 cast. Unless I, sorry, nope. Okay, wow, that's okay. Prescient timing. I can't get this out right now, so here's a consolation prize. I'm gonna play Weathered Runestone.
What's that do?
Non-land permanents cannot be cast from libraries or graveyards, and you cannot can't cast spells from libraries and graveyards. You can't put non-land permanents from libraries or graveyard onto the battlefield.
Okay, whatever. That doesn't bother me.
That's fine.
Pass.
Neat. End of your turn. I'm going to cast whatever this card's called, Growth Spiral. I'm going to draw. I'm going to put a land from my hand into play. It's going to be a command tower. Then I will untap. Then I will draw. Then I'm going to play a Pillar of the Parans.
Turn 3 for you.
Yeah. Then I'm going to play a Bringer of the Blue Dawn. You may pay Wooburg rather than pay Bringer of the Blue Dawn's mana cost. It's a 5/5 with trample. During my upkeep, I may draw 2 cards.
Wonderful.
And I will pass.
How far behind can you feel on turn 3?
Oh, you have no idea.
I didn't even draw.
We
a
have
land.
one guy. We have one guy who's a regular at our local magic shop. He plays with only one deck. It's mono green elves, and he put $1,000 into it. So you can feel pretty far. You can feel pretty far behind on any given turn.
This is my pet deck.
I'm gonna play Answered Prayers and pass the turn.
Cool. As much fun as this would be to put on that big blue creature, it really wouldn't benefit. Well, I guess it would benefit because you do have 5 colors, but that's not really what I do. I have to stay true. So, Rakafan, your creature will get Mardu Runemark. It gets +2/+2, and as long as you control a white or red permanent, it gets first strike.
No, as long as you control a white or red permanent.
Well, I
It's
control a red permanent.
not the creatures, not the creature that's enchanted. The aura's in controller.
Yep.
Okay,
You got that now.
that's on this guy here.
Yeah.
All right.
I'll pass turn.
Is it goaded or anything, or
No.
No, this big. The card recognizer does not want to work today. Awesome. Untap. Upkeep, I will draw 2. And I will draw from return. I'll play an Exotic Orchard. I'm going to pay 2, and I'm going to cast a Trace of Abundance. Trace of Abundance is a land enchantment. The enchanted land has Shroud, and when it's tapped for a mana of any color, I add another mana of any color. I'm going to enchant the World Tree.
Mm-hmm. World Tree is definitely one of the more beautiful pieces to come out of that set.
Yeah. Then I'm going to play a Firemind Vessel. And I will pass.
Oh, it keeps getting worse with every card I draw.
Well, at least you have a 3/3 with first strike. And mana tapping abilities.
This becomes a creature. So this is a 3/3 angel creature with flying until end of turn. I guess I'm just gonna swing both of these. I can't swing. I'll swing the flying at the Immortal Red Shirt, and then I'll swing the Gold Mirror.
Fair.
Drunner, excuse me. Is I think
3.
3, isn't it?
Yes, 3, because it gets +2/+2.
And then I can't draw lands today, it appears. I will have to just pass.
Going to untap and draw. Okay, so I have a couple good options here. I'm actually going to reveal them both just out of the kindness of my heart. You guys get to decide which one you want out on the battlefield.
Oh boy.
I have Ghirapur Ori, which lets you put out an additional land.
I
And at the
choose that
beginning of your upkeep, if you don't have any cards in hand, you draw 3. Or I have Font of Mythos to draw an additional 2 cards at your draw step.
I don't have any lands to play, so I prefer the Mythos, but you can do whatever you want.
We have 1 vote for Mythos.
I mean, I like Orrery.
We have 1 vote for Ori. All right, Drunner, you're the tiebreaker.
Yeah.
All right. Ghirapur Ori comes out. And I will pass the turn. Font of Mythos will probably come out next turn. I just can't play them both right now.
Yeah. So we can all play additional lands on our turn. One
Yes.
additional land on our turn.
I don't have any land.
Hey, But if you have no cards in your hand, you draw 3 on your upkeep.
I don't have the mana to play the cards in my hand.
You will eventually. He's going to play Font of Mythos next turn, so you'll be drawing 2 on your upkeep, on your draw step.
I'm gonna die before then. I think.
Hmm.
Would you like to end the turn? Alright, untap. Upkeep, I will draw 2. Then I will draw for my turn. Neat. I will play Gemstone Caverns and a City of Brass. Let's tap for 6 and cast my commander.
Oh,
I'm
he
gonna-
got it. He did it. A round of applause, everybody. He got the answer.
I knew it was
Right.
group. I knew it was group hug the minute you said Group Rotary.
Uh-huh. You got it. Zergo is a friendly, unfriendly group hug. He's there for colors.
He's there for colors. All right, I'm gonna tap for 3. I'm gonna play a Faber Elder. Ramos will get 2 counters.
He's also technically there because of sentimentality, because he survived a move. And why not? Why not have a big brutish guy and try to do your group hug? It's also going to be hurting people eventually.
I'm gonna play a Mox Amber. Sadly, it doesn't tap for mana because Ramos is colorless.
I think you're doing fine on mana as you look over at my board.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna pass.
All right. Come on, land. I drew too many cards. It's not a land. Wonderful. All right. You got flyers now.
I do have a flyer now.
I'll chuck this flyer at. I don't think Quebec is flying. Yeah, I'll chuck a 3/3 flyer at you. Hey man, I'm making a difference with my 3 mana over here, and I'm gonna have to go to discard. I can't play anything. It's all
Joke's on you. It's a reanimator deck.
I don't have any blue. I got.
But you can't reanimate because Weathered Runestone's out.
Yeah, no.
I'm
This is, like I said, this is a friendly, unfriendly group hug deck.
I'm gonna discard deranged assistant and pass the turn.
Listen, just imagine a group hug, except it's made out of thorns and fire. And sometimes you find a soft spot.
If those thorns and fire have land in it, I'm okay with it.
I have a deck that it's all just. I call it Everything Hurts.
Everything's about to hurt. I'm going to tap 4 for Dogged Pursuit.
It's Dogged Pursuit.
I move the end step and everybody loses a life and I get to gain a life.
Oh, okay. You're dying first.
That's the goal. Pass turn. See, the goal of this deck is that actually, if I'm not dying first, then I'm not doing my job right.
You mean you're doing it wrong?
No, I'm not doing it right.
Interesting. we all discard a card?
I will discard Font of Mythos.
I'm going to discard this Grixis Charm.
Just go to Reverend Light.
Sure you don't want to end your turn using Obeka? I upkeep, I'll draw 2. Then I'll draw for my turn. Those are all awesome. I'll play a land. I don't have an additional land to play. One of these cards actually kind of sucks because, actually no, both these cards kind of suck because of the single card in play. Okay, that's a very important distinction. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and I will cast Maelstrom Wanderer. Cascades twice. It also gives my creature haste. This will get 3 counters. I made sure to look. The Weathered Runestone doesn't stop Cascade because I'm casting the spell.
No. It's as long as it goes to exile or hand first, you're fine.
Yeah.
But it cannot go from graveyard or library directly into battlefield unless it's land.
Yeah. Okay.
I pass priority. I have no mana.
I pass priority. I'm tapped out.
Interesting. With that on the stack.
Ooh, here it comes. Who knew he would have the mana to do something about it?
Yeah, who knew? I don't know if I can actually do anything about it, but I'm definitely going to try. I'm going to cast Esper Charm and draw 2 cards. I'll put counters here. And I didn't draw an answer to that, sadly. Yeah, that makes me sad. Yeah, that happens. So that actually exiles Maelstrom Wanderer because it was on the stack.
All right. I'll untap. I'll draw, and it's going to be land. It wasn't land.
Wasn't land.
I can at least play it. I'll tap 2.
Cool.
Play an Alchemist Dial. When it enters battlefield to draw a card. Still not a land. I'll swing the 3/3 flyer at good old Cheese Hobo.
I'll take 3.
I'll pass the turn with no mana. This is bad. This is really
Untap and draw. I will. I'm also in a similar predicament. Although I can still play things. I'm gonna tap to put out a Lightning Greaves. Pass.
We all lose a life on your end step.
Yep, and I get life.
Need something? Hi, buddy. Yep. come up in a bit, okay?
Hmm.
Which one's Treacherous Urge? Oh, cool. None of my
Who
cards
will
be
you
good.
choose?
None of my cards will be good for you.
A couple of my cards might be all right for you,
I mean, maybe,
but it's a question if you want to actually play them.
maybe one would be fine, but the other ones
If you
will
reveal my
not
hand,
help you at all.
I have one thing that's okay in my hand. I mean, they imagine that they're all high volume in mana because I haven't played like anything.
I have a thing. Hmm. Was that ever a question? No.
Okay.
It was bound to happen.
All right. I'm gonna reveal the one I think you're gonna choose last. All right. First one is Chromat.
I'm gonna do a lot of searching. What cards are?
It's an old card. It has 5 abilities. Pay a white and a black to destroy target creature blocking or blocked by Chromat. Pay a red and a blue, it gains flying. Black and a green, regenerate. Red and a white, it gets +1/+1, or a green and a blue, and it goes on top of my deck. Scion of Draco. It costs 2 less for each basic land type I control. Each creature you control has Vigilance if it's white, Hexproof if it's blue, Lifelink if it's black, First Strike if it's red, and Trample if it's green. Samite Elder. Creatures you control gain protection of the colors of target permanent you control until end of turn. And Niv Mizzet Reborn. Yeah, that's why I thought. So hey, 4 mana draw a card and get a 6/6 is not bad. Yeah, it goes to your hand. I don't know what that card is. Okay. Okie doke. Do I
What
want to
an
do?
end?
Are you sure you want it to end? It's your choice.
You want to just throw that ability of like lose the game over to me? It might just be a quicker death.
I have a strike
Oh,
saving
neat.
in here somewhere. Just need to
Neat.
get it up to 10.
Neat. Very neat. We're gonna have fun now.
Are we? You have one group. You have only
Well,
one
keep in
player
mind,
that could
I just drew
possibly
3
catch up to
cards.
you.
I just
have-
drew 3 cards.
You have one player in here that could possibly catch up to you, which is a group hug deck, and the other one is so mana screwed that he's lucky to have any creatures out at all.
Yeah.
I'm gonna cast Maelstrom Nexus.
What is that? Let's see.
It's an enchantment. The first spell I cast each turn has Cascade.
Oh, that's not good.
That'll put 5 counters on Ramos. I'm gonna remove those 5 counters and cast Progenitus
Yeah.
and put 5 more counters on Ramos.
Does your stuff have haste?
My stuff, no, not currently. I'm going to tap Faber Elder for Wooburg, and I'm going to cast Bring to Light. It does exile the card first before I cast it. Search my library for a creature, instant, or sorcery with converted mana cost less than or equal to the number of colors of mana spent to cast Bring to Light and exile that card. I may cast that card without paying its mana cost.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're about to lose.
It's a possibility.
I don't know if you're about to lose.
It depends on what happens next.
I have to find
Thing.
something though. They can only get a creature, instant, or sorcery.
And then
Wait.
he cascades off of that.
Yeah.
No, because my first spell was Maelstrom Nexus.
I'm sorry.
Oh, that's fun. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna get this card. Because MDFCs have a weird rule. I'm gonna search for Essica, God of the Bridge, or God of the Tree, and cast the Prismatic Bridge. And that will get 5 more counters. Ragafan, do you want to be put out of your misery?
I mean, you should probably kill me over the people that have a chance, because even if I draw a land,
Oh, Jenner's dead. Jenner's gone. He eliminated himself.
No,
No, he didn't.
He ended his turn.
He exiled the kill himself triggers with Obeka.
Oh, okay.
What's your biggest thing on your board that?
Well, my commander is currently a 21-21.
All right, what I'm gonna do, then before you go to combat, is I'll tap the gold mirror and I will tap the Alchemist Vial and sacrifice it, and your commander can attack or block this turn.
The what now?
Discard Alchemist Vial. Sacrifice it. Target creature can attack or block this turn.
No, all right.
I do have that. That's all I got, but I do have that.
Really put a dent in his plans, it looks like.
No, that's fine. I'm going to play a Samite Elder. And then I will pass.
I live to tell the tale.
Live to try and draw a man another day.
Come on, mana. Technically, it's mana. It's a little bit of a slow mana, but it is technically mana. Tap 3. I'll play a Mana Geode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Scry 1. You can scry 1 and search for another land.
That is not a land that's going on the bottom. I now have 1 blue to my name, or 1 of any color, which I can't do anything with because it's 1. I got it.
Comes.
Pop off right now.
Yeah. I'll pass the turn. Next turn, though. Next turn, I have something.
Tap and draw. Planes. I could put out Zergo, but I won't. I'll tap 4. I'm going to enchant Ramos. Does he have hexproof?
He does not.
I will enchant him with Captured by the Consulate, so he can't attack. And every turn that has a single, every spell that has a single target or ability that has a single target now has to target him.
Okay.
So he'll have that.
Captured by the Consulate, you said?
Captured by the Consulate. It's from Kaladesh.
Basically, it makes the creature a flag bearer. You know what a flag bearer is.
Yeah, I mean, basically. You could still activate its abilities and everything like that. It's just, you know.
Well, flag bearers were a really old creature type in Magic that all had the text, if a spell or ability has a single target, it must target a flag bearer if able.
Yes. So essentially, you're a flag bearer now. cool.
Ramos,
New
wait,
terms. I'll
no.
move to end step. Everybody lose a life.
Okay.
Down to 39. At least I've gained.
Yay! I have the most life again. I'll pass. Yeah, you have
Okay.
to target Rambo.
Instead of him being a 22-22, he's a 20-22.
They can't attack. But boy, is he a
Boy, is he big.
He's a big
boy.
boy.
Is he? He's a yeah. He's a boy. Is he a boy? You can still block with it, I guess.
Neat.
No, not my mana.
I am going to.
That's all I have.
I'm going to respond.
Here comes the response.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Do I actually want to respond?
Probably for Rackafin's sake, you probably want to respond.
You could do whatever. If not, I'm just gonna give him it. I have to.
Yeah, I have to. If I want to get rid of the treasure navigator, I have to wait for it to resolve. And
Okay.
so yeah, I'll let it resolve. But yeah, I'm not going to do anything on you casting it. So go ahead and continue with the turn. Okay. All right, untap.
Oh.
Upkeep. Prismatic Bridge trigger. I get a creature or planeswalker. Okagashi Vengeful Kami. So whenever it deals combat damage to a player, if that player attacked me during their last turn, I get to exile a target non-land permanent they control. That's also a 6/6 with flying and trample.
Good thing I don't have a creature out.
No.
I'm just enchanting.
I'm going to remove 5 counters from Ramos.
Mm-hmm.
I can... well, you can only do it once a turn. Yeah. And then I'm going to add 2 additional mana and play Scion of Draco. Cascade. Golos Tireless Pilgrim.
Wonderful. Can you just like end his turn again? That would be pretty good.
Well,
If you're screwing me over, you'll get this and this when I tap them. I don't think that's what you really want with your life, but you'll get them.
Thank you.
I get this Golos. So now all of my 5-color creatures have Vigilance, Hexproof, Lifelink, First Strike, and Trample.
What a useless commander build. What useless that is for your commander.
Yeah, it's useless for my commander. It's awesome for Progenitus.
Yeah, I don't have the vial anymore.
Well, it can't attack because of the captured by the consulate currently.
Yeah.
Um,
Really, that's the only thing that it can't do. It can do just about everything else, it seems.
yeah, just about. I'm going to pay 5, and I'm going to cast Sliver Hive Lord. That'll
How
put 5.
stacked is this deck?
It's everything.
It's 5. I call it 5-color tribal. It's everything that's 5 colors, basically in Magic. Drummer, do you have any flyers? Cool. I'm going to tap Samite Elder to give all my creatures protection from all 5 colors, and the captured by the consulate's going to fall off. Well, yes, fair enough. Whoops, sorry. I'm gonna
Doesn't
do
matter
it now.
anyways. All right, this is a game I'm suspecting.
Yeah, I'm gonna attack Drunner with my commander, and then
It's
no, when I give it protection, the enchantment falls off.
that's
And
right.
then I'm gonna swing Progenitus at Progenitus at I don't know, Crazy Cheese, I guess.
I see. You're fearful of the retribution I shall give you if you swing.
Yeah, I'll also sing Bringer at Crazy Cheese.
How much is that?
So it's total of 15 at you, Crazy Cheese.
Oh, that's not so bad. How much is
And
Drunner
Drunner,
take?
and Drunner, you're dead.
Oh, okay, well. Oh.
All my stuff has protection from every color.
Well, yeah, but he can prevent combat damage.
No, I would not like to end the turn.
Come on, man. You could really. This is a tough choice for you.
No. He's a 22-22. Oh, right. So in that case, I'll cast Lesnia Charm and give it. In that case, I'll cast Lesnia Charm and give him +2/+2. Well, which is actually +4/+4 because it gets.
Mm.
It doesn't matter when I cast it. It gets 2 +1/+1 encounters.
Well, I mean, he still gets the effect, I guess. It
Yeah,
won't
you
matter for
can
anything, but
still
he'll get
you
it.
can still get the effect of Selesnya Charm, but Rammus is still going to kill you. I'm also going to gain 10 life because of Progenitus.
Yeah.
Man,
Well, look at all that mana that
I could
Rakafan
respond.
doesn't have.
I could respond and give you a mana geode. You want a mana geode? But
Okay. Why would anyone ever do that willingly?
yeah, you gotta do it for the memes.
Okay. I will be passing.
All right, here we go. Big turn coming up here.
Draw a land.
Okay. We did it, boys! We did it!
Yeah. Do you have an additional one to play? Because you can still do that.
I could, but no, I don't.
Yeah, but I'm glad it's not.
Well, I'm gonna lose, but I'll do as much as I can. I'll tap everything. The Treasure Never is not gonna steal my crap. I know.
Yeah.
That's why I'm saying it's not stealing my crap. I'll play a Prosperous Pirates and make some treasure.
Awesome.
And I'll gain a life because it really matters in this case. You know, that extra life. Now I'm in the lead. Oh, never mind. 44. I got a flyer. It doesn't matter. I'm just happy I played a land past turn.
Cool. I will.
Oh, right. Niv Mizzet comes back, I guess. Exile, yeah. You go to exile.
Well, I didn't get the mana I wanted or needed to do that. I don't know if that would have mattered anyways, but I'm gonna do it anyways. There we go. Any responses?
Yeah, I'm going to cast Lorehold Command.
What does
What
that
does
do?
that do before you cast it?
Well, I first have to remove mana so I can cast it. I choose 2. I either make a 3/2, or creatures I control get +1/+1 indestructible and haste, or I deal 3 damage to any target and gain 3 life, or I sack a permanent and draw 2 cards.
All right.
Okay.
My modes will be indestructible, haste, and sack a permanent, draw 2.
Don't they already have indestructible and haste?
No.
All right. I'm going to
Um,
spend my 2 treasures.
Wait. I have effects before you can continue. That was my first spell on your turn, so that's Cascade.
All right. Well, cascade your shit, and then I'll counter something, and then I'm going to concede.
Sultai Charm. So it's going to be. I'm going to blow up your Lightning Greaves.
I'll counter
Well,
that.
he predicted that. Oh, you counter it?
I'll counter that, and then I will concede.
All right. Then I'm going to sack this Mox Amber and draw 2. Yeah, and then I go.
Without mana, I can't do it either.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
I'm not getting
That-
much mana
that
either.
sucked.
I had that 4 draw at the beginning, and then right after that, I got screwed for 4 times. But I helped everybody else out. Well, everybody that wasn't Rocket.
You
fan.
didn't play the card that drew more cards, so I never.
No,
got it.
I discarded it.
Well,
I had it in my hand, and I'm like,
Yeah, he played it. To,
I
he
played
discarded
Dog
it
Pursuit,
to,
and then I discarded
what,
that immediately.
Growth Set? I don't like
um,
playing the same deck twice in a row, so that's going away.
Cool. I'm going to, as long as there's no other responses, I'm going to equip the Lightning Greaves.
Hey, you
saw that
died.
coming. I'm not dead. And it's still my turn.
I thought you said you conceded.
No,
I
I said
conceded.
Rocket Fan. If you conceded, so I win. I win by
Huh.
default.
Well,
Ha!
it doesn't matter what you did. I was going to kill you on my turn anyway.
Yeah, I was going to swing at Rocket Fan anyways. The one thing, the one thing that would have saved us here is if Rocket Fan had, if I had gotten
think if-
one extra,
I
if I
think
had
if
gotten
Rocket-
one extra planes on that draw instead of Gonti Lord of Luxury, and Rocket Fan still had his counter for your counter, I would have played Cataclysmic Gearhulk and wiped the board
Ah.
because
But
that gets,
I think
around
if
that gets
Rakuten
around
didn't get-
indestructible. That gets
Yeah.
around the indestructible because you
Yeah.
have to because it's each player's sacrifice.
But I can choose Ramos as my artifact to keep around, and I can choose
Yes,
Progenitor as my creature to keep around.
That's true, but I can still keep. I mean, like you can still keep your stuff, but I mean, like
Yeah.
everything
But
else gets wiped out.
I think if Rakuten wasn't mana screwed the whole game, then the game would have gone differently.
No, it would have gone a lot better.
yeah, sir. I mean, it's not a strong deck, but it would have done something. Oh wow!
I mean, in my deck, I only have 4.
Yeah,
Does
the
it have to-
combo
it can
that
only
I've
get-
only
It can only get 2 colors exactly.
the combo that I've only played once with this. Oh, I just put Zurgo in my deck. Shit. The combo that I've only played once with this deck was Teleportation Circle, Cataclysmic Gearhulk, and then Terragrid.
And just Turgrid.
Yeah, so that way Cataclysmic could be my artifact. The enchantment would be Teleportation Circle, and I would have Terragrid. So I would just take control of everybody's stuff and then sacrifice it immediately.
I'll let it. Are we playing again?
It's up to you.
Okay.
I
Oh,
have not-
Gisa? Oh, Gisa's awesome. It's going in my mono black control
Gisa,
deck.
yeah.
What is it? Let me look this up.
Gisa, Glorious Resurrector.
Yeah, these are glorious.
4
Red
mana,
Resurrector.
4/4. Whenever a creature an opponent controls would die, exile it instead. At the beginning of your upkeep, return all creatures exiled with Gisa to the battlefield under your control. They gain Decayed.
That seems broken.
I'm also interested to see how the new day-night mechanic comes in to play.
Yeah,
That werewolf, the werewolf
from-
deck looks pretty great.
Well, supposedly, from what I read, old cards that make werewolves transform, like Moon Mist and stuff, don't interact with these new werewolves.
That's why I don't have anything like that.
Because where the werewolves in with Daybound and Nightbound can only transform if it's day or night.
When the time changes. Yeah.
Yeah, they can't be transformed any other way. I mean, if you're playing, I have a dungeon deck and it's awesome.
It's well, I guess the biggest thing too is that
in my dungeon deck, I have completed the dungeon 7 times in 1 turn.
yeah. Well, I mean, the biggest thing is that it's not just the mechanic; it's just how well it interacts with everything else that's already.
Werewolf Tribal is going to be awesome.
It's gonna be great. It's just the the dungeon mechanic is great. It's fun, but it doesn't really interact with everything else all that well.
But like have you seen there's the blue black zombie commander precon that's going to be coming out? That card's awesome. It's a 4 mana 3/3. Whenever a zombie you control dies, any zombie, you make a 2/2 zombie with Decayed.
Yeah. So I mean,
as long as the zombie that died didn't have Decayed. If it didn't have Decayed, you make a zombie with Decayed.
Yeah.
Decayed is they can't block and they die after combat. Yeah. If they attack. That's what Decayed means.
Yeah. So I mean, the concerns are out there, but ultimately we'll have to wait and see when the deck comes out, when the cards come out, how they actually are.
I'm hoping that we're going to get a legendary Curse Matters legend.
That's going to be
because cool. They've already spoiled like 6 or so curses for this set. Yeah. Yeah, maybe. And like, because they now have, with Rising for Zendikar Rising, they introduced you can make copies of permanents on the stack. And since they did that, they can make a legend that says when you cast a curse, you can pay 1 for each opponent and make a copy of that curse, enchanting each opponent.
Yeah, I mean,
and that would make curses way better.
Yes, and the good news is if it turns out that it actually sucks, like only those are the only things that they're showing us are the good cards out of it, then at least the lands look cool.
I mean, the lands are sweet. There's only 5 cards I want from the set so far. I want Renin 7 because I have a lands deck. I don't really play it much, but whatever. I want Gisa.
That's a game.
And then I want 2 uncommons. I want Inventory Zombie, which is a 1 mana 0/2 with Defender that says tap 3 untapped creatures you control. To look at the top card of your library, you can put it into your graveyard. So Surveil 1, essentially. Mm-hmm. And then Siege Zombie is a 1 mana 1/1 that it taps 3 untapped creatures you control. Each opponent loses a life. The lands are super sweet. I do want the lands. I'm wondering, since they chose to make a new land cycle rather than print the other half of another land cycle, I wonder if we're going to get the other 5 in Crimson Vow.
I'm interested to see what the foil of those lands look like. Yeah. It'd be interesting if they chose like specific details, like
all my decks,
the background to do a foil.
All of my decks, I'm going to upgrade to those black and white basics because they're awesome looking. Not the non-foils, because they said there's 1 in every pack. So the foils will be expensive, but the non-foils shouldn't be too expensive. Maybe like $1 for like 1, probably. But I mean, that's still kind of expensive for a basic land. But if you go to like, say you go to your local game store and they're having a draft of the set, you just wait till everyone's done. The draft is over and everyone's done, and there'll be piles of cards on tables. You just go through it and be like, "Hey, they left their basic. I'll take this." Well, my current favorite basics are these basics from the Secret Lair. They're black and white and they have like the skulls on them and stuff. Yeah, they're super cool looking. They were my favorite basics. I mean, they still are my like. They are now currently my favorite basics, but these ones are good second.
I gotta head out, guys. But thanks for the fun
All right.
games. Even if I
See
got
ya.
I got it. Goes well. Catch you later, guys.
See ya.